Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. 48 Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Trojans will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Fires to the big fella. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Off the play fake. Looking down the middle. Makes the grab. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. It was quite a burden for Dylan Raiola a year ago, viewed as the Nebraska football savior. So, Jesse, how should he approach growth and improvement in his sophomore season?
Well, I think you got to continue to grow. There were a lot of eyes on Dylan Raiola last year, and for good reason. He is unbelievably talented, but you saw the swagger that he brings to the offense and that X factor and demeanor he really brings to the team. They believe in him. They were able to win a lot of close games a season ago. I think it's not about resting on your laurels. It's about taking the next step to try and be better.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Barney. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Third down play from the gun. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on third down.
The Huskers will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Wants to return it. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to pass. It's Mayava. Grab behind the line. It's Sanders. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react in play. So this can certainly open things up later.
Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. Finds his big tight end. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
The Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. I
love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, the inside give. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
And the Trojans are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Going for it all. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Under fire. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
The Cornhuskers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Lost to fire on 2nd down. They'll run the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Really nice job by the defender knocking that one away in man coverage. And he knew coming into this one that he was going to get attacked and they were going to throw his way. So he's showing you right now. He is dialed in, locked in. Really nice job on that coverage.
And the Huskers line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. At midfield, trying to turn it upfield. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs and I'm in scoring position.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Trying play action. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Dropping back, it's Mayava. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And the offense had the look they liked. Tight ends are such matchup problems because of their size and because of their athleticism. And this offense does a nice job moving this guy around, especially in this area of the field.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Danced his way through traffic, pick up for 4 to the 19.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The play action fake. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man on the left. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. And how about this tight end finding that soft spot after the play action froze him?
It's tough to do sometimes for these tight ends to kind of find zone defense and find the areas they need to work and make sure that they've got that communication with the QB. But these two right now are on the same page.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
So now it's 2nd and long. Scanning the field, it's Raiola. Fires one high and deep. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he knocked that one right down the middle. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the scoring play coming on a 56-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking to throw on first down. He's got him.
You see it more and more. Smaller wide receivers, I don't care about their size anymore. I put them in the slot. I let them get a good matchup. They're so quick, people can't get their hands on them. They make plays, and I feed them the football. These are guys that have a lot of catches throughout a season.
The Trojans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Caught in the backfield, it's Lemon. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse, Reese. They agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
The kick is on its way. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The give from the gun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
The Huskers with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He makes the grab. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Cornhuskers look to keep this drive humming. Finding open areas. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the 1st period. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Off-play action. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
To the air. It's Rayola. Catch in the middle. It's key. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. The handoff to Johnson. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Out of the shotgun on third down. Under fire. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it first and goal.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's third down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the first down on third down.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Nebraska!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Attempt to try. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. He'll do it himself. Oh, a lot of space. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
From the gun, the running back has it. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. And the legendary John McKay would be proud of the execution of the running game and picking up the first down.
The basic principles of the run game, right? The easy stuff, the boring stuff, not fancy, not loved. Everybody likes points and all that other, stuff that goes with it, but you got to get the good running game. USC doing a good job early.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Quickly complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's fourth down. Will they bring out the punt team? And the Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. Takes it on the return. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 22. The run from the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, how about that defense? On the snap, they are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Sends it back in motion. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Johnson.
Second down pass was complete on the screen. No gain on the play. Third down coming up.
And the Huskers are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. That's caught. It's Barney.
Third down was caught by the receiver. Steps out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Fourth down coming up.
The Huskers decide to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. On the ground, it's Jordan.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in good gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. Got his man downfield. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. Trojans used to be known for student body right, and they can still do that. But with quarterbacks like this, you want to put it up.
Yeah, I think they hung that up years ago when they started to find, big, strong quarterbacks that can throw the ball all over the yard. So I like the student body right, student body left, but that's a little old school for me.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stem in the defensive line. They're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
To the air, it's Mayava. The throw to the outside is complete. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Stop is made at the 8, but it'll be enough to set up a 1st and goal. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
Man, just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense going right down the field in 6 plays and now set up for 1st and goal.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating a loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Running back looking for the end zone to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Touchdown, Trojans! Fit it in the window for the score.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense, seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. And there he goes. They eventually chase him down, but what a spectacular return that almost went all the way. Looking to get it in. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Wants to throw. It's Raiola. There's a hit. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Well, they take a sack right down by the goal line, guys, and I think the route concept really didn't help the quarterback out there. Normally you're thinking this is going to be a quick hitter, get the ball out of his hands fast, but that was a very slow developing route concept, and I think that's the biggest reason he got sacked.
On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Dead center perfect. And now they take the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, the inside give. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Back to pass, it's Mayaba. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And that's the play the defense finally needed, man. They were getting gashed early. First 2 drives, they gave up 2 touchdowns. They knew they had to be able to get off the field. Great job creating the incompletion there on 3rd down, now setting up 4th.
The Trojans will send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
Stopped at the 41-yard line after the 5-yard gain.
You know, as a quarterback, when you make good decisions like that, your coordinator and play caller are going to keep dialing up these RPO-type plays, right? Nobody open. You're not forcing the football into traffic. You're not freaking out and throwing it away or running out of bounds. Just go get what you can get. It's a positive play for the offense.
Catch in the middle, it's Key. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Touchdown, Husker! A great catch and run for 6.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a touchdown pass from 59 yards out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. They'll run it from the gun. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking for a man, it's Mayava. Snags it over the middle. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. 3rd down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. Finds his tight end. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. They wanted to get the ball to the tight end, and they've already done it 5 times, and we're not even to the half.
I was about to say, mission accomplished. Yeah, that's what they want to do. Take advantage of the matchup, right? Zone or man, I like my big fella. I like using the tight end all I can. Great job working him into the offense. He's a playmaker. Find him.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lemon. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Cornhuskers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. There he goes! Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Spins away from the defender. Continuing to churn and move him forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it. This offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Back to pass, it's Mayava. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Lane. And he's brought down after a huge completion. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And he gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
They'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Finds his big tight end. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
When you got a weapon this good at tight end, a quarterback, you've got to look his way, especially in this area of the field, because remember, it's the red zone where these windows are so small. Nice job getting the completion and picking up.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, USC!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Lining up to add another. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the 2nd half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
To throw, it's Raiola. Tight end finds a soft spot. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
And it's on 3rd downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Turning on the Jets. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the 2nd half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish with a 62-yard pass for the score. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. He leaves it with his back. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for room. It's Jordan. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big 3rd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Strachan. And boy, is he close to that 1st down. Maybe just a couple of inches short.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short throw. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle, jog our punt return team out on the field. We're going to make it that easy for us.
And the Trojans will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 5th kick of the night. He'll field the punt and look for room. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. They'll run the RPO and pull it right. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Huskers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. It's a running room. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work.
I love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Right back to the well. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Tries to do it himself on the draw. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. The Huskers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the 1st down.
They'll ride the hot hand. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Knocked down at the 25-yard line, picked up 10 there, and gets a 1st down.
But right away after picking up the 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Johnson. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
Looking for room. It's Ives. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
That thing would have hit a spring in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll run it to the right side. He's stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
The Trojans will punt this one away. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. He gets a block. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's such a nice start to this drive, too, because you've got the lead late and you want to run the football. You want to be physically dominant. Defense knows you're going to do it, and still, on the very first play of the drive, you're able to rip off a long run like that. Great vision there and a nice job up front with the surge by the O-line.
He'll pull it on the read. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
You know, this zone replay is something they rep over and over and over in practice. This guy can run it and execute it in his sleep. Good decision there keeping the football.
How bold will they be on third down after that last run? Back to throw, it's Raiola. Fires to the tight end. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Right back to the well. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the grab, it's Barney. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Cornhuskers will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Makes the quick grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Caught over the middle. It's Lemon. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Just a short pass to the tight end. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
Pulls it in. It's Strachan.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And the Trojans can really attack on this 2nd and short. Now the play fake. Pressure coming. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. Quickly to the flat in the wide receiver screen. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Off the play fake. Zings it complete to the right. Tackle is made at the 33. It's about a 5-yard pickup, and that'll be enough for a first down.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
Gonna run it. It's Jordan. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped, a gain of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
To the air, it's Mayava. Looking for the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
The offense has got to find something here in the fourth quarter. You can tell pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot, unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
On third down, going up top. He'll take another shot here. Touchdown, Trojans! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. Lead in the game, and the confidence is building if only there's enough time to finish.
Time is ticking, but man, you gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense, go out, do your job. We got the momentum. If you give me the ball back, I'm going to win. Let's go, defense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. He wastes no time and comes out throwing quickly to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And the Huskers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Here's the pressure. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
I think if you're the head coach here, it's a bit of a mixed reaction to your passing attack so far in this game. You put up a bunch of yards throwing the football, you've lit up the scoreboard, but you've also given up 4 sacks. Pass protection has been a problem so far in this game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. He lost one down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
The Huskers will punt it away on fourth down. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Wide open downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Man, this is really good complimentary football so far. Like, you're down in the 4th quarter. Your defense has to get a stop. They get it, and I love the first play. We continue the momentum. Nice play on first down. Got to put this drive together. Got to get some points.
Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
So after the huge chunk play, they've got it first and goal from the 10. He's got it.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking for a gap, it's Sanders. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them, they're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Slam down again, and they tried to just grind out this first down in 2 straight plays. They have been denied. They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. He's not going to get there. A big stop for this defense on 4th down. This game is so close to being salted away if the offense can just run. Pressure got to him, couldn't get rid of it, and they got him for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field, they got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. Creates a little space. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Back to throw, it's Mayama. Pulls it in, it's Lemon. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Sanders. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run. The OC is going to give him the ball some movement.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
And if they're going to run the football late in the game in this situation, not that close to scoring zone, they've got to take a timeout here. You've got to make sure you save as much time as possible and communicate with your quarterback.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Lemon. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. To the air, it's Mayava. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
And how about this QB coming up clutch in a big moment? Gotta have it. You've dreamed about it your whole life. He puts the ball on the money. They make the catch, take the lead with seconds remaining on the clock.
If he can make this one, the lead will be 3. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown. And what a late touchdown in the final minute that is likely the game winner here. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Quarterback on the keeper. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Back to throw, it's Raiola. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Offense uses a timeout, 17 seconds left on the clock.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. And I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling.
Pulls it in down the sideline. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got the first down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a new set of downs. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll try the run. Can't get him to the ground. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. A huge pressurized kick coming right now as this game hangs in the balance. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And this to tie us up in the final minute. Absolutely perfect. There is a flag on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, it might not change that much. Offense has already made the long field goal. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the fourth quarter and about to kick it away. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. First play of the first possession of OT. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Second down, they'll go to the air. It's complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And the Huskers will play offense first here in overtime. They'll give it to the back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That play had zero shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
The Huskers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. They go to the ground. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska! And they grab the lead here in overtime. They say there's no more loyal fan base than the one at Nebraska. Well, this guy is becoming their hero with this performance.
And Nebraska fans have a special place in their heart for a quarterback that can run it, they can throw and show you all the dimensions of their game because they've had so many great ones in the past. And this guy, he looks like the future.
This extra point would give them a 7-point lead in OT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Slings it downfield. Catch in the middle, it's Strachan. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Get you some of that. And with that completion, now he's over 400 yards on the day. That's a really, really good game for this quarterback. He's been almost flawless.
Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Wants to throw on first down. Touchdown, Trojans. They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make with a point after.
Obviously very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
Don't assume on this extra point. They needed to send it to a second OT. And he tacks on the extra point. One extra period didn't get it done, and we start the second OT. They'll move the wide receiver. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He breaks a tackle, able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. And on second down for this offense. They'll leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great team defense on that one. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. He'll keep it himself. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9, where it'll be first and goal.
And that is why this guy is a true dual-threat quarterback. You've seen him all game, hurting them with his arm, already over 200 yards passing. And how about his running ability now? And flashing that on the option play. There's a variety of ways he can take the game over, and the defense is figuring that out fast.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's fourth down. Fourth down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
Touchdown, USC! That score gives them the lead here in the second overtime.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
They got the touchdown. Now in the second overtime, you have to go for 2. They do not get the 2, and now the lead sits at 6 in double OT. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Catch in the middle, it's Barney. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Touchdown, Huskers! What a great response here in overtime.
I think the quarterback showed his head coach a lot on that last touchdown pass, the poise and the confidence. And because of that, David, on this upcoming 2-point play, you might just put it back in his hands and let him go win it.
Yeah, man, I need it again, right? Like these rules, I got to go for 2. This is a clutch moment. Obviously, got to come up big. Do you trust him again? You worked on these 2-point plays all year long, all week long. That's what you do. You know the rules. Now you got to go execute.
Have to go for 2 here in the second overtime, and this one would win the game. Snap it to the back. They do not convert, and we are still tied, headed for triple overtime. And now it's all 2-point conversion attempts from here on out. From the gun. Tremendous execution to get the 2, and now they turn up the heat. Now they'll have to respond with a 2 of their own. Wants to go up top. Working that left side now. He's into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good, and we've got a tie game. So here we go again, and we'll see just how deep that 2-point conversion bag really is. Looking to pass. It's Mayava. They got it done. A great play call to give them the lead by 2. This will be the ball game. Make it and play on, miss it and lose. Motion from the wide receiver. Quick pass on the jet motion. They are denied. The 2-point try is stopped, and a game-winning play by this defense in overtime.